Hello, y'all. This is Tim Nutt here, and this is the beginner-based homework assignment for Lesson 4 in the most incredible Pico W tutorial series by Paul McWhorter. And I will be doing a more advanced homework later in the week. I'm still figuring out what I want to do for that. But this is the beginner-based. Basically, we'll be accomplishing the homework using only what has been uh, introduced thus far in the tutorial series. And so for this homework assignment, the homework was to make like a Knight Rider LED effect, and we'll add a couple others just for fun to just toy around and see what little bit of stuff we can do with the 5 LEDs there. That being said, let's start building the circuit. Alright, I'm going to be using GPIO pins 15, 14, 13, 12, and 11 for this. I'm going to hook my ground up first, and that'll be the ground, which is physical pin 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oop. I am not left-handed. And I got big fingers, so. There we go. It's lined up on 3. Now let's see if we can get these somewhat neat. Actually, I'm going to jumper the ground rail from one side to the other. That way we have full access to it for our LEDs there. So I'm probably going to put my LED grounds on the upper side up here. Alright, let's see how neat we can do this here. Let's start with this one. This one, I think we'll put that, I think that one goes there. Let's see if we can get this done right there. Yeah. Go. And I do have that offset so I can get a little bit more in on these here. So third's the ground, so we need to skip one. Drop that in there. And we'll put that one there. Get in. Now let's see here. Where's the best one to come for this one? See if we can. Where's the hole on that? There we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, good deal. Now let's put our LEDs in. Short leg to the ground. And let's start it. And long leg toward the positive, which we'll be putting our resistors there. Try to keep this as neat as possible here. Oop, almost put that one in backwards. We would have figured that out once we started writing our code, but I'm going to try not to make any mistakes. Alright, now our LEDs are all nice in a row there. Let's get our current limiting resistors in. And we're going to have to do a little something, some fancy fancy arcing there. Well, not arcing electricity, but we'll, since I made these so close together, and these are one column apart on the pins and two columns apart on the LEDs. So, yep, this is that, and that one goes to the middle. Oh, I'll put that one backwards. It doesn't matter which way you put the resistors, but my OCD dictates, if at all possible, to have all the codes and the tolerance bands facing the correct direction. There we go. That one face that way, and this should be our last one here. Like a nice little arch or whatever with that, and see if we can get our LEDs. They're mostly straight. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna let that be. If I don't, I'll be messing with it all night here, and we won't get any coding done. Alright, now let's see, switch over to the code screen and see if maybe we hooked that up correctly. Alright, we need Sony. Well, first we need to import our pins. So, machine. Oh, nope, I've done started that all wrong there. From machine, import pin, and we're going to use a delay in here. It's crooked and it's bothering me. So from time import sleep. Alright, now let's set up our pins. We'll call it LED 1 through 5. So LED 1. Oh, getting kind of loud there. Alright, LED 1 equals pin, and we have LED 1 connected to 11. Yes. So 11, comma, pin dot OUT, all caps. LED 2 equals pin 12, pin dot OUT. LED 3, yes, I know, I could copy and paste it, but I'm doing it the hard way tonight, I think, or the long way. Alright, 13, pin dot OUT, close parentheses. LED 4 equals pin 14, pin dot OUT. Excuse me. And then LED 5 is equal to pin 15, pin dot OUT. Alright, actually let's go ahead and create, well, we'll leave a little space there for nice formatting. Now we want our, we use our delay is DT. equal to, let's just set it up to 0.5 to start with. We'll change it if we need to. Alright, so we'll set up our while true in a minute. Let's just turn the LEDs on and make sure we have everything hooked up correctly. So LED 1 dot value 1, and I guess I'll do a little copy and paste in there. Control C, V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Let's change that to 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's hit our F5 and see if we get our LEDs turned on. And look at that, we actually have them hooked up correctly. Now let's make sure they're in the right order. So we'll turn off 5, which should be the rightmost one. There we go. Now we'll turn off 4, which is the one next to that. And we'll turn off 3. And I'm hitting F5 to refresh. You can either hit the green play button or F5, either way will work to run the program. I'll turn off the number 2, and of course we know that one will work. Turn off the number 1. Alright, so now we need to create our while true. While true, and then I'll have to copy this again here in a minute, but let's cut it, and then, which I knew that was going to happen, so we'll tab this in here. Oop. Tab. And let's add our delay. Sleep. DT. Alright, now let's copy and paste this. Control C. Over here. Space. And to do the Knight Rider thing, basically the light starts from one end, goes to the other, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So we need it to go from 1 through 5, turning one on at a time. It'll be 5, and then to come back to here, 6, 7, 8, and we don't need to do number 1 because number 1 will start at the beginning. Otherwise, we'll have 2 blinks on number 1, and we just want 1 on each. So we'll copy and paste this 8 times, and then we'll go put our values in. So we got 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we'll go up to the first one here. Now we need to turn LED 1 on. And then after it does its delay, we'll turn LED 2, or, well, technically that'd work, but it's not good programming to, anything more than 0 will turn it on. But I like working in 0s and 1s, so we have 1 on, then 2 on, then the third one on. Now we'll do the 4th one, the 5th one, and then to go back, we'll turn the 4th one on, then the 3rd one on, then the 2nd one on, and that's the end of the code, because after that, when it completes here, it'll start back to the top with number 1. So let's go ahead and hit F5 and see what it looks like. That's basic concept, it's all working back and forth, but it's kind of slow for the Knight Rider thing. So let's try point. We'll try point 2 and see how that looks. That's a little better. This LED is not straight and it's bugging me. Now it's worse. Should have just left it alone. Ah. Why don't you want to? That's a little better. I think it could go a little faster to look a little closer. So let's try .015 and F5. That's too fast. So let's go with 0.5, see how that looks. That's fairly close. I think it's a little slower yet. Let's try with .09. That looks pretty close. Excuse me. So that's how you make the little Knight Rider LED bouncing back and forth there. Now let's have a little fun with it. Let's make it where it starts in the middle with 1, and then it goes out 1 to each side. The number 2 and the number 4 is lit up, and then the 1 and the 5, and then we'll do the 2 and the 4 back to the middle. So it looks like it's coming from the middle, waving out, coming back, waving out, coming back. See if we can do that. So we want to start first with the 1 in the middle. Let's see, let's count how many we're going to need though. The 1 in the middle, and then 2 and 4, that's 2, and then 1 and 5 is 3, and 2 and 4 again. So we only need 4 for this because it'll start back with the 1 in the middle. So let's go ahead and we'll get rid of all but 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and we'll backspace this. Now we want the 1 in the middle to start first. So we'll do that at a 1. And we already got this one here, so we need 2 and 4 to illuminate. Let's bring this back to a 0. And we want 1 and 5 to illuminate. And then we want 2 and 4 to illuminate. Man, let's see what that looks like. See if we did it right. There we go. It's going in and out in the middle there. That's kind of cool. Let's see if we can chase it across and start over. So we'll need another one for that. Actually, we've already Control V to have another one. Alright, so we'll start kind of like we did at first, but we'll just have it cycling through. Let's move this back to 0. And we'll start with 1, and then 2. Then we need put this back to 0. Then we'll need on the number 3 to turn on. And then we'll need number 4 to turn on, so we'll put 2 to 0 here. And then 5 to turn on. And then it'll start back over to beginning. Let's slow the delay down so it looks a little bit better on that there. Let's go with 0.2. Let F5. Oh, we had an extra illuminated in one of these here. Ah, there it is. We forgot to change one of those. Now let's fix it. It should look better. we could go back to our, I think 0.09. Now that we got that fixed. Just going from one side to the other. We could slow it down if we wanted to. Say 0.3. He's counting over and then starting at the beginning again. There, if we do 2. And there. Let's try something else. See if we can get them to go 2 at a time across and then cycle through. So if we do 1 and 2 on, and then that'd be 2 and 3, then 3 and 4, so yeah, it'd be 1 and 2. Actually, no, we need 1, 2. Yeah, then 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5. And then we'd start back with 1. And then I go back to 1 and 2. Let's see if we can chase it across 2 at a time there. Let's see how this looks. There you go, see it's going 2. Let me slow it down just a little bit. Make it easier to see there. So we got 2, 2, 2, and then last one reached around the first one. So it's kind of like they're chasing each other around, so to speak. There's all different kinds of cool things you can do with even with just 5 LEDs, and instead there's more efficient and exotic ways of doing it and being able to do even more things easier. But it's just something simple you can put in, play with the values, the time. You could add more LEDs and just all kinds of different fun that you could have. And like I said, I'll be making a more see, how did Paul say it in today's lesson? We need something with pizzazz and schnazzy, I believe as he put it. So we'll be doing that a little later in the week once I finish figuring out exactly what I want to do with it and get the code worked out. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one, and have fun and play and comment if you came up with other combinations, or if this helped you in any way. Hopefully it did. I know I enjoy making these, and hopefully they'll help and people enjoy watching them. But anyways, I hope you all have a good one, and we will see you on the next video. Have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, or whatever time it is that you're watching this. We'll talk at y'all later. Bye for now.